शिवानी 1 सेक, अपना भी 1 सेकंड। आप कर सकते हैं, अनम्यूट करिए ना प्लीज एक बार। भुजबल सर को नाउ, यस, हित शर्मा सर हैज ज्वाइंड एंड करिश्मा, डॉक्टर करिश्मा इज हियर। शिवानी आप 1 सेकंड। शिवानी इज ज्वाइनिंग अगेन आई बिलीव। हाय शर्मा सर, गुड इवनिंग।
Hi, Ajit. Can you see me? Am
Yes,
I
sir. Namaskar,
audible?
sir.
Not yet, sir. Yes,
अब
now I
अब
can
देख
see
रहे
you,
हैं
sir. Now we can see you, sir.
Hi. Hello,
नमस्ते
Professor
सर।
Rajput.
सर।
नमस्ते सर,
कैसे
थैंक
सर? हित सर, ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो ऊपर से कैमरा आपके ऊपर आया हुआ है, बहुत ऊपर से।
Actually, मेरे कैमरे
हाँ
की पोजीशन इज वेरी, I had a camera on my desktop,
सर।
but
यस।
वो उठा के उन्होंने they have put a bigger one on the TV.
हाँ,
So वो
करेक्ट
मेरे को
करेक्ट
ऊपर से ऐसे करके देखना पड़ता है अभी.
करेक्ट करेक्ट। वो ऐसा लग रहा है हित सर
But
जो है
I don't know
किसी
why I can't hear you loudly. There's some problem with my speakers.
but we can hear you properly, sir. The only thing is probably some speakers problem must be there.
Maybe yes. Let me see if I can handle this issue.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah, there are almost 50 people in YouTube as well now joined.
Lovely.
So राजपूत सर, अगर आदेश होए तो।
हाँ, कर सकते हैं सर। सोहन सर कैन बी, और
Yes, yes, sir. There
जब
are
तक डॉक्टर हित सर अपना वो कैमरा ठीक कर लें, 1-2 मिनट का टाइम है और।
Sure, 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 sure. Then let others join also by the time
या
that
ठीक है,
the people
बिल्कुल।
will be joining. Yes, yes, yes. I think Dr. Amita is also joined. Let me, yes. Dr. Amit, can you see us? Can we see you, Dr. Amit? Can you please speak? Say hi.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. Here.
Okay, okay, Amit. Hi, thank you. Thank you for joining.
डॉक्टर शिवानी
Yes,
नमस्ते,
welcome.
गुड इवनिंग। फिर अटक गए शिवानी मैम।
शिवानी मैम के आई थिंक मुझे लग रहा है कि नेटवर्क जो है थोड़े से कच्चे पक्के आ रहे हैं अभी, ठीक ठाक नहीं आ रहे हैं। आई थिंक देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम विद हर। आई एम जस्ट मैसेजिंग हर, शी कैन रिजॉल्व। Can someone from my team will take care of this? Okay, so sir, just an update. We have kept everything on mute, everyone else on mute because it's a big event. And to avoid the glitches, we have kept everyone on mute and no chat as well. We can open the chat and everything, once it is needed for the question answer. Yes, so that is just an update. And guys, you have to be with us. Everyone will be getting a chance to speak and to talk to our speakers and talk to our faculty members, and you all will have a chance to text and chat and ask the questions. So don't worry about that. सर आप जब भी हो आप बता दीजिएगा प्लीज।
बस हित सर आगे, हित सर पूछ रहे थे। हित सर, कैन वी स्टार्ट?
Yes, please, sir. Yes, yes. Please feel free to start. Yes.
Okay,
The thing
doctor,
is, I'm not
that's
getting a
fine.
proper volume. I can't. You're less audible. So,
Sir, I
but
think
it's
it's
all right.
fine now. Sir, I think it's fine now. अमित आप ना आप हाफ एन आवर में ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, कोई इशू नहीं है। आप पहले पहुंच जाइए, आराम से ड्राइव करते हुए मत ज्वाइन करिए। आप हाफ एन आवर में ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, ठीक है डॉक्टर अमित?
Yeah, sure, sure.
ओके, थैंक यू। यस
सर,
यस यस
सरजीत
यस।
मैडम किधर हैं? शी इज गोइंग टू मॉडरेट ना, सरजीत सिद्धू मैडम।
Sarab ma'am, due to
हाँ
some emergency conditions, she is not joining. So I think we have to take care. I have to take care, but that's okay. We are missing her. Yes,
who is
yes.
going to moderate now?
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
Okay.
And we have Dr. Yes, I think we have all the faculty members also. Yeah, we have Dr. Karisma Rathi also to
Yeah,
for
she
the vote
is.
of thanks and all. We have all
Yeah.
everyone here. Yes.
She
Okay,
is.
so with all the permissions, thank you very much, sir. So guys, good evening, and I welcome you all to this wonderful event on the occasion of International Clinical Trial Day, which is being conducted by Dr. D.Y. Patil Dnyan Prasad University School of Pharmacy and Research, Pimpri, Pune, and Curio Training Research Institute and CliMed Academy. Both are the initiative of CliMed Research Solutions, which is our CRO, and CliMed Academy is dedicated for the medical courses, and CTRI, Curio Training Research Institute, is dedicated for the industrial trainings. So we bring for all of you the event called Global to Local, where we will be talking about navigating the new era of clinical trials with AI and guidelines. So as you all know, this is completely free, and we have conducted the associated quiz also yesterday in association with the college. So yesterday, first let me declare it very happily that yesterday 785 students participated in the live quiz. Though there were 2000 plus registrations for the quiz, but 785 people have attempted for the quiz, and almost 2% of them achieved 100% marks. And we have our rankers also. Those will be declared at the end of this event. Okay, and let me before I go to the event, let me just tell you one very specific rule, that if you I know I respect your time, we all respect your time, so you will get the certificate for this event, but for that you have to be with us and you have to fill the attendance cum feedback form at the end. Okay, and then whoever is filling the form will get the certificate. And we are seeing our past events, we are restricting all of you from the chat, and we kept our faculty members in different room, so we are restricting your voice now and your chat now, and definitely you will be getting a full chance to speak, you will be getting a full chance to ask questions, you will be getting a full chance to clear your doubts at the end of this event. Okay, so let me come back to this event. So today we will be covering during this event, we will be covering the global transformation in the clinical research. We will be talking about the latest Indian clinical trial guidelines. We will be talking about the role of artificial intelligence across all the phases of clinical trials, from preclinical to the post-marketing. Okay, so this is about the event. And today, if I come to our eminent guest, we have Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir, who has been the Senior Vice President of Cadila Pharma and Vertical Head. And sir has published 3 wonderful books, and the recent book, The Attitude Matters, is one of the great book, and I have completed reading that book. I'll be showing you that book as well. And we have entire team has read that book. It's just wonderful, and it is one of the Amazon bestseller right now. Okay, sir is our corporate board director for Curio Training and Research Institute, and sir is also the corporate board director for multiple universities. He is the professor of practice for multiple universities in India, and he is pharma business leader, he is academic advisor, and global leadership coach. So if I talk about Pramod sir, his journey in the pharma industry for last he has spent almost 42 years in the pharma industry, in the live services, and now after his retirement, voluntary retirement, he is serving the nation, he is serving India, he is serving the pharma industry by coaching and mentoring the people like us, people like the newcomers, people like me, if I say that individually. So I thank you, Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir, joining us as our chief guest. And we have with us Dr. Hitt Sharma. I'll be coming to the introduction of our keynote speaker as well. And we have Dr. Amit R. Agrawal, we have Ms. Nisa Kader, we have Dr. Sohan Chitlange. I would like to thank first of all the D.Y. Patil College of School of Pharmacy for collaborating with us to celebrate this big event of on the occasion of International Clinical Trial Day 2025. So I would like to thank Dr. Sohan Chitlange, Director D.Y. Patil and Prasad University's School of Pharmacy and Research, Pune. And I would also like to thank Dr. Bhujwal for wonderful coordinating, the Vice Principal of the college, and the event coordinators, Dr. Karisma Rati and Dr. Anjana Barola, who are the assistant professors at the Department of Pharmacy Practice, for joining us on this occasion. So guys, please be with us and try to learn as much as you can. So now with that, I would like to call Dr. Sohan Chitlange sir for the welcome address, and then our chief guest, Dr. Professor P.K. Rajput sir. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to everyone here to the scientific session conducted as a part of International Clinical Trials Day 2025 celebration. Together, we gather not merely to attend the lectures or presentation, but to collectively recognize and reflect upon the evolution, ethics, and future of clinical research in India and across the globe. We are pleased to host this event in an academic collaboration with CliMed Research Solution India, a unique platform dedicated to nurturing excellence in clinical education and practice. Their commitment to preparing the next generation of researchers aligns perfectly with our institutional mission. As we reflect upon our roles as an academic leader and institution, it is our duty to create and support platforms like this where emerging researchers are encouraged to question, learn, and lead. That's why at Dr. D.Y. Patil Dnyan Prasad University School of Pharmacy and Research, we place a strong emphasis on research-driven learning. Our school has consistently maintained a legacy of academic and research excellence over the last 3 decades, and some of our proud recognition include accreditation with A double plus grade, that is NAC accreditation with A double plus grade with CGPA of 3.77 in our second cycle, which is actually a highest in the country. Then a consistent inclusion among the top 50 institutions in India by NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework, for the past 8 years. Strong academic offerings in undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral, and PharmD program. A vibrant ecosystem of research laboratories, interdisciplinary projects, and industry partnership. We believe in blending academic excellence with real-world applications, and events like today's session reflect that approach perfectly. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of some of the most respected names in the clinical research who are with us today. Distinguished clinical research scientist Dr. Hitt Sharma sir has already joined. Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir, the chief guest for the function. A thought leader and a global advisor, Dr. Ajit Singh is there, founder and CEO of CliMed Research Solution. There are many other people from the industry who are there, and they'll be speaking on this occasion. So let us not forget, clinical research is not just a profession, but it's a responsibility. Each trial, each protocol, each piece of data has a profound impact on the human lives. As we build future leaders in this field, we must also instill in them the values of ethics, scientific accuracy, and social accountability. Our journey is rooted in the belief that clinical research is not merely a career path, but a responsibility to uphold scientific truth, safeguard patient safety, and maintain the trust of the society. The integrity of clinical trials depend on our collective commitment to transparency, accountability, and methodological rigor. In that spirit, I want to take a moment to appreciate the vision and efforts of CliMed Research Solution India for their continued partnership in organizing academic initiatives that shape the future of clinical practice and research in India. Your work in bringing academia and industry is truly commendable, and I, as a principal of the institute, want to thank personally also for giving us an opportunity to collaborate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, to our student and young researcher attending today, these sessions are more than lectures. They are a window into the rapidly transforming world you are about to step into. The science of tomorrow will depend on your curiosity today. I encourage you to not only listen, but to engage, ask questions, and reflect. What you hear today may just shape your research question tomorrow. As we open this academic evening, let us celebrate the spirit of ethical research, the pursuit of innovation, and the collective accountability we all share in advancing healthcare through science. With this thought, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you once again, all of you, for this Clinical Trial Day celebration program. May this evening be thought-provoking, intellectually enriching, and a catalyst for continued excellence in clinical research. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the nice, kind words. Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, so without delay, our chief guest, Dr. Professor P.K. Rajput, sir, over to you. We are waiting to hear from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Great evening and Jai Hind to
Jai Hind.
and respected, esteemed fellow members, distinguished speakers, and the valued participants. We welcome you on this great summit. When I say with the great summit, I thank Dr. Ajit Singh for inviting me because you have always set the context of the meeting in a very, very meticulous way. Dr. Sohan,
Sir,
sir,
sorry to disturb. आपकी थोड़ी सी voice, your voice is little bit echoing actually.
this is echoing.
Yes, sir.
1 second, sir. Now how it is, sir?
It is
Better
okay.
now?
हाँ ठीक है sir. It's okay.
It's
I mean
okay?
better.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Dr. Ajit sir, for helping me always. You always there as a great help person and pillar. And I feel very happy to be a part of your every meeting, right? Because you always try to encourage and inculcate the knowledge which is required for the Swarnim Bharat, for the Vishwaguru. I also convey my sincere gratitude to Dr. Sohan sir for the prelude of the session. I also convey my sincere thanks to all the participants who have joined today. It is with a great pleasure that today I have an opportunity to address an international clinical trial day, which is 2025, which today we are celebrating. This day holds profound significance for all of us in the healthcare and the research community, as it always reminds us the vital role of the clinical trials which plays in advancing the medical science and improving the patient outcomes. Today, we gather to celebrate this spirit of innovation and collaboration, focusing on our theme, which beautifully been explained by Dr. Ajit, global to local, navigating the new era of clinical trials with artificial intelligence, the buzzword, and the guidelines. When we say artificial intelligence, it is becoming a dynamic intelligence because it is going to help us in many ways. As we delve into the topic for the discussion, we are presented with a unique opportunity to explore the ongoing global transformation in the clinical research. The landscape of the clinical trials is rapidly evolving, driven by the technological advancement and an increasing awareness of the need for the ethical, patient-centric approaches, which is must. It is very essential for us to remain vigilant and adaptable, ensuring that our practices keep pace with these changes which are required. We also have the privilege of updating our knowledge on the latest Indian clinical trial guidelines, which has been there in this curriculum. And these guidelines are instrumental in ensuring a clear-cut, robust framework for conducting the trials that prioritize patient safety and scientific integrity as well. By embracing these regulations, we can ensure that our research aligns with the global standards while catering to the unique needs of our population, which is basically required. A significant aspect of our discussion today will focus on contextualizing the role of AI across all phases of the clinical trials. Artificial intelligence is not just a buzzword. I said it is changing, becoming a component of our daily life and becoming a dynamic intelligence. It is becoming an integral tool that enhances our capabilities, our capacities, including for the pre-clinical research, where AI can help identifying the promising drug candidates to the post-marketing surveillance, which is the end result, where it aids in monitoring the drug safety and effectiveness as well. The potential for the AI to streamline processes, it reduces the cost and improves the patient outcomes is immense. And it is essential that we leverage this technology responsibly and very effectively. At the same time, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our convener, Dr. Ajit and Dr. Sohan, for their leadership in organizing this wonderful, great summit, knowledge summit. A special thanks to our moderator once again, Dr. Ajit, because you are going to moderate. Somehow we are missing Sarvjit Madam, who will, Dr. Ajit will guide us through our continued discussion. And we are extremely fortunate to have Dr. Hitt Sharma sir as our keynote speaker, whose insights always undoubtedly inspire us and shows the path which is really required. Additionally, I am really excited to learn from esteemed faculty speaker, Dr. Amit Agarwal, Mr. Adarsh Tripathi, and Ms. Nisha Abdul, who will share their expertise and experiences. And this magnificent learning summit is being coordinated by both of the great person, Dr. Karishma Rathi and Dr. Anjana Barola. As we conclude our seminar, I encourage all the participants which are there to reflect on the knowledge gained from our distinguished speaker, because your participation today is not merely an academic exercise. It is a stepping stone towards becoming informed leader in the clinical research for the future, which is the requirement. At the end of this seminar, you will be receiving a certificate which Dr. Ajit has already announced as a token of the recognition for your commitment to learning and growth. So together, after filling the form, let us embrace these challenges of opportunities of this new era in clinical trials, learn from these things, take the certificate and put it that yes, you were there in a part of the great session which your knowledge has been increased. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, Ajit sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sohan sir. Thank you, Hitt sir, and everybody. And I look forward to an engaging and a fruitful discussion today. Thank you, the group of Curio. Thank you, the group of CliMed, for inviting me once again. Thank you, and a great learning ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful words. And Curio is rising, Curio is growing, Curio is blooming under your leadership. You are our, Mark Darsak, you are our torchbearer, you are our director of the board. So I always get screwed if I'm, somewhere I'm wrong. I always get wonderful suggestions from you, and it's all, it's, all your guidance, which is showing us the path. So thank you very much, sir, for joining us as a chief guest, and thank you very much for showing us the path today as well, and concluding the theme of the today's event wonderfully. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. So before I go to the next, we start the event. We start the event with our, next session. I would like to tell you what you are going to get. Okay. The people who participated in the quizzes, what they are going to get. So because this quiz was again wonderfully curated by the college and us all together, so you are going to get in our, we have two courses which are coming now. The impact course, we call it 7-in-1, where you will be learning all the domains of pharmaceutical sciences, all the domains of pharma industry: clinical research, medical writing, pharmacovigilance, CDM, regulatory affairs, data analytics, and medical coding. Okay, this course actually costs 50,000, but as it is supported by CSR policy, CSR of Curio, we are just giving it in 10,000 because it is completely supported by our CSR. So this is 10,000, and additionally, who got first 10 ranks in the quiz yesterday that we are going to tell you at the end of the event, they will get additionally 20%. Additionally 20% means that they will get this course only in 8,000 rupees. Only in 8,000 rupees. Impact also, and if they want to just complete three domains: pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, and medical writing, this is 3-in-1 diploma. Executive diploma in clinical research, this costs around 6,000, I believe, 7,000. Again, 75% is supported by CSR. Still on this, they will get 25% discount. All 10 people who are in the top 10 ranks, they will get 20% discount on these courses, and anyone else, if they want to register, you're most welcome. Okay, so with this, I will going to the next event, next session, which is on the global transformation in clinical research, which will be taken by Dr. Hitt Sharma, sir. Sir is the medical director of medical affairs, clinical research, and pharmacovigilance at Serum Institute of India Private Limited, Pune. So sir is working as executive director. Sir is experienced director of medical affairs with a proven track record in the biotechnology sector, proficient in operation management, vaccine development. He has been the, he has played the crucial role in the vaccine development of corona as well. And he has been into the clinical data oversight, good clinical practices, pharmacovigilance, processing a robust research background, completed by his master's in business development, business administration in the international business. And sir is actually from the medical background. Sir is MBBS, MD, and over to you, sir. Without a delay, over to you for this wonderful session on global transformation in the clinical research. And I welcome you all. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you so much, Ajit, for this kind introduction. Before I start, I would like to thank Dr. Sohan Chitlange, Dr. PK Rajput for speaking such nice words for me. A very good evening, everyone. I'm honored to share the platform with the stalwarts from the industry, both from industry and academia, which is Dr. Rajput, Dr. Sohan Chitlange, Dr. Ajit Singh, and my other colleagues and friends. It gives me a great feeling of pride to address all of you on this eve of International Clinical Trials Day. So happy Clinical Trials Day to you all. The topic of my presentation is Global Transformation in Clinical Research. So with the advancement of technology, I will talk on how artificial intelligence and machine learning is taking over the clinical research arena globally. I have prepared a few slides for you all. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Uh, one second.
Yes, sir, it is visible and full screen.
Yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. 1 second, yeah. So the title of my presentation is Global Transformation in Clinical Research, but I will be talking more about how artificial intelligence and machine learning has taken over the arena of clinical research these days globally. So these are the headlines of the different slides I will be taking you through. So understanding AI and ML in more detail, how it is being used in clinical R&D, the benefits of AI in enhancing the operational efficiencies, making the study design, the study protocol, how do we identify sites, patient recruitment, how it helps in pharmacovigilance, how AI ML is helping our researchers in clinical monitoring, and how patient care is taken care by AI these days. So augmenting the future of clinical development with talent, technology, and expertise. This is the overview of my presentation today. So AI and ML are transforming how clinical development occurs, thereby reducing the significant time and cost efficiency while providing better insights in making decisions while conducting clinical trials. Advances in technology, when coupled with integration of healthcare data, help automate processes and help improvement of data quality across clinical development efforts. As these tools evolve, new opportunities continue to emerge that drive further benefits to the clinical research landscape. Almost half of global life science professionals say they are either using or are interested in using AI in their clinical research. It has, of course, it has recently come into last 3 to 4 years, AI is being used, but most of the researchers have already started using it, or they are more interested in using AI in their clinical research. Many companies in India also are coming up with newer tools that how we can use this AI in the clinical research arena. And applications of AI and ML in healthcare are expected to grow almost $8 billion, which is higher up, when compared to 2016. It was around $667.1 million. And now it will be going up to $8 billion by next few years. So like I said, many people in the industry are still using, and they are still uncertain about what these technologies are and how they work, but they are interested in using this technology in the clinical research. So what exactly is AI and ML? AI, artificial intelligence, is not a plug and play software. It is a sophisticated set of smart technologies that are customized to seek and learn from data or experience. And then they perform tasks based on what they have learned while improving through experience. AI applications range from basic to incredibly complex platforms. Simple AI applications can include tools like chatbots and automated phone screens, which we are already using day to day. So they tell these chatbots or automated phone screens to give a proper response to different voice or text commands. Like we are having Google Home at home, so we say, okay, Google, play this song for me. Okay, Google, what is the temperature in, say, Berlin today? Or okay, go, if you have to travel somewhere, what is the temperature in Switzerland? So they are, all this is AI. Or when we have smartphones in our hands, like Apple phones, so we just say, hey Siri, play this song for me. So all this is nothing but AI. So AI can analyze huge data sets to uncover trends and answer important questions. like in which patients are most likely to respond to a certain treatment. We can ask AI, and then the AI will not only tell us that which patients are going to be responded to this treatment, but also devise a treatment plan also for us. So all these things, all these tools are being used in clinical research these days. You go with a scan to the doctor, and doctor has seen, and a lot of data which is now available online, the doctor would just see that scan, feed it into the system, and then the full diagnosis will come along with the treatment plan. So all this is nothing but AI, and all this is being used in medical information systems and medical treatment. Similarly, like AI, machine learning is a branch of AI, and machine learning relies heavily on inference and patterns to address challenges. So in machine learning also, there are algorithms, statistical models, which are used to enable computers to perform specific tasks. It relies heavily on inference and patterns to address the challenges. So these algorithms then leverage deep learning and mathematical techniques to analyze large data sets to find answers and predict outcomes. Over the time, the algorithm learns what patterns and information deliver the most useful results, then adapts these future searches accordingly. Like search engines like Google or Blink, when you start searching, you put something in Google, automatically they will start searching for you and they will come out with a response also. So all this is machine learning. And even when recent technology advances in big data have made it more practical to apply machine learning to massive data sets to derive insights which are previously impossible to detect. As an example, AI and ML are being used commonly in consumer applications also. Like, you order something on Amazon or Blinkit, they already have your previous history already saved. So a product you might like based on past purchase, they should show you that product. Or when you are going through the surfing the your TV. So Netflix will recommend you a new movie for you, which will be based on your previous search. So that is the AI and ML which is working for you. So all this is AI ML. So all this is being used in our day-to-day life also now these days. How it is being used in clinical trials. So these techniques have a broader range of applications in clinical research and development too. These technology can only be leveraged by organizations that have access to such tools, expertise, and larger healthcare data to design and build effective algorithms and accurately interpret the results. Like identify molecules that have the most potential, finding patients populations and that fit inclusion-exclusion criteria. So AI will help us which molecule will be working in which indication. And even in studies also, which patient population will be used, because if we have eligibility criteria, we have certain inclusion-exclusion criteria that in this study will be enrolling these patients in this age group, having this kind of disease parameter. So AI will detect such patient population for us and help us to recruit those patients much faster. AI also helps in reviewing scans, claims, reports. When patient has some surgery done, and then they also all this AI does, and other healthcare data to interpret trends to improve and accelerate decision making faster. But healthcare data is often unstructured and difficult to access. So this requires extreme protection to ensure privacy. In short, we need to think differently about how data needs to be collected, studied, combined, and protected to answer questions, solve problems, and make decisions in healthcare. So when sponsors collaborate with partners that have necessary technical and pharmaceutical expertise, they can achieve incredible time and cost savings while reducing risks and improving the quality of their research. So, like I said, we have to think differently about how data needs to be collected, studied, combined, and protected to answer questions and solve the problems. And thus, we can make decisions in the treatment and other healthcare in patients. So, as far as the study design goes, a poor study design has catastrophic impact on the cost of the trial, efficiency, study results, and success potential of the clinical trials. We can use AI, ML, and natural language processing tools to assess and select optimal primary and secondary endpoints to ensure a relevant protocol for regulatory submissions. Furthermore, this helps us in selecting ideal country, site strategies, and startup plans for patient recruitment. A better study design leads to a more predictable results, a reduced cycle time for protocol development, fewer protocol amendments, and higher efficiency throughout the study. It also results in improved recruitment, fewer and non-enrolling sites, and a fewer protocol amendments. So everything AI, if you feed in the data, AI will help you to come out with a properly robust clinical trial study protocol, study design, study protocol, sites, patient population which needs to be enrolled, and these improvements which will facilitate realistic and accurate planning, and increase chances of a successful clinical trial. These are the benefits of AI in clinical research as far as the study design goes. Then we talk about the site identification and the patient recruitment. Identifying trial sites to successfully perform clinical research with access to enough patients who meet eligibility criteria is an ongoing challenge. Nearly half of the sites we know, most of them, they miss enrollment targets. So if you have those sites already selected, which have that patient pool, that the target population in which you want to conduct clinical trials, if you have all those sites already identified, your study can never go wrong. You will have a proper site, proper patient pool, and a successful study. So one of the ways AI and ML can mitigate these risks is by identifying the sites with the highest recruitment potential and suggesting appropriate recruitment strategies. This involves mapping patient population and proactively targeting high potential sites to deliver most patients, identifying the best avenues to recruit them. This means sponsors will not be going for large number of sites. They can open fewer sites, accelerate patient recruitment, and reduce the risk of under-enrollment. So you'll have a properly conducted study with whatever sample size you have selected, you will be able to achieve that sample size, and will be a successful clinical trial for submission to regulatory authorities and getting your product licensed. Next is pharmacovigilance. How AI is used in pharmacovigilance. In pharmacovigilance, massive amounts of unstructured and structured data needs to be integrated and reviewed in order to ensure quality and oversight. So AI and ML are addressing many of such challenges and enhancing quality and oversight. These tools can be used to automate highly manual processing tasks and translate and digitize safety case processing and ADR documents to make them more usable. They can also perform data listening tasks to monitor conversation on social media and other platforms, ensuring adverse events are properly identified. So we can use tools like OCR, which is optical character recognition, natural language processing, and deep neural networks. They can be used to analyze and format structured and unstructured data for a faster and more efficient safety reviews. So this is how it is used in pharmacovigilance. When it comes to clinical monitoring, so clinical monitoring is a tremendous manual effort. In clinical monitoring, a tremendous manual effort is spent analyzing the site risks and generating action items to mitigate those. So we, in day-to-day running of clinical trials, we have all these terms that, okay, fine, so these are the action items to be done. How do we mitigate such risks? So all this needs to be done. So once you have AI in place and there's a large amount of data which is already available globally, in the web. So this AI uses all that data and brings it to your clinical research. Also, this helps you to mitigate that such, so that you don't face such risks in your studies. So AI ML concepts can alleviate such pressures by manually assessing the risk environment and delivering predictive analytics to generate more effective clinical monitoring insights. By proactively identifying which sites are more likely to have recruitment and performance issues, or which patients are at higher risk for potentially adverse events. So such patients are not recruited in the studies in that case. With these insights, we can take faster action and avoid potential unforeseen issues. So these advanced analytics can provide site rankings for risk assessment of sites. So if we have AI ML already helping us in recruitment, performing and mitigating such issues, we will have a successful study which will be in compliance with our study protocol and apt for submission to the regulatory authorities to get the product licensed. So how it is used in clinical monitoring? So we have successful, so what happens is that usually when we conduct clinical trials, we know that there are subjects, because in clinical trials, we have to sometimes pay for the wages of the subject also, because the subject does not go for his work that day and he comes to the site for, say, taking that medication or, being a part of the clinical trial. Sometimes they get lured because you have to pay their daily wages also, because we pay for their daily wages because they're not going for their work. So we need to pay for their transport expenses and whatever daily wages are there. So sometimes these subjects, because they're lured by this money, they become a part of 2-3 clinical trials. So this was happening in the past. But now when AI has already come into the picture, it's already there implemented in most of our clinical research. So we come to know through AI that there's no duplicate subject, which is entering to 2-3 different sites. So use of machine learning to detect duplicate subject registrations. So if a subject is registered at a site saying KEM hospital in Pune, he cannot go to say DY Patil or cannot go to Bharti hospital and say that, okay, I want to be a part of this clinical trial, because automatically, immediately AI will detect that, okay, no, he's already been a subject in a trial which is going on at KEM hospital, so he cannot be enrolled. So AI helps in detecting such duplicate subjects, even to auto-identify subjects with abnormal lab test results. So these abnormal test results, if there could be an error by the data entry operator. So if he's entering a wrong data, that AI will immediately come out with a red flag. Or if the reading is actually above the limit, so again AI will come out with a red flag. Okay, fine. This sample again either needs to be retested, or this subject is already having this problem, so he should not be enrolled in this clinical trial. And any to detect any vital sign outliers also. So all this is being helped by in the clinical monitoring by AI. So all this is being used in our clinical research these days. When it comes to translation, yes, identifying documents in any language, different languages like Spanish, French. So you have reports coming in from say Korea or Germany or Chinese or Russian reports to a doctor who is in India. So these AI, it translates those reports into the language that the doctor speaks. So maybe if it is in Spanish, so he will transform into English language, and then the doctor can go through the report and give the treatment, diagnose it, then give the treatment. Similarly, enhanced language translation. So these documents can then be integrated into digital workflow. So basically, they can be translated into the local language which is being used by the doctor, and finally he can diagnose and devise a treatment plan. This is how it is being used in translation. What are the benefits of AI in clinical research? So basically, patient care, disease detection algorithms are now being designed to leverage medical information such as symptoms and procedures. This will help diagnose and identify patients who are very likely to develop a disease. And further, this will allow for a proactive care of that patient, as well as new recruiting insights for early stage disease studies and recruiting subjects in those studies that require treatment-naive patients. So all these are functions which AI will perform before a subject is enrolled in a particular clinical trial. Just recently, 2-3 days back, I got a call from a colleague of mine. I won't name his, not a colleague, but a friend of mine from a different city. So he called me up that his friend needs some advice because his son is suffering from muscular dystrophy. So he wanted to know that, and the treatment is quite expensive because the drug which that person was using was almost costing almost more than 3 crores or something like that was the total treatment cost. And he needed to be a part of the clinical trial. That friend of his stays in US. So I went online, I looked for the trials which are going on in muscular dystrophy. So I helped him with few centers. So he was quite thankful. So this is how AI will help you in finding out what exactly is happening globally with respect to any disease indication. And then patients can get enrolled into those trials and then become a part of that study. And then they get a free treatment. And maybe if the drug is working, because if it is in early stages, of course, the patient has to continue taking it for some time before it starts working. But then if it is already established, a patient can become a part of the clinical trial and get the treatment also and recover. So I got him connected with those sites, 3-4 sites I gave him, and he is now going to connect with those sites and take that treatment for his son. So this is how the AI works in clinical research also. When it comes to AI in patient safety, so we have using OCR, we can improve we can convert the majority of adverse events reporting media from various formats into a digitized and standard format. These standard formats or digitized formats are fully auditable. Like we have these narratives which are written for serious adverse events. So these narratives run into, when we have serious adverse events in a clinical trial, these narratives run into say 8 to 10 pages. And then we have a couple of adverse events, like recently we are conducting one clinical trial in Bangladesh. We are no fault of our medicine, because the weather is like that and the country is like that. So most of these children, they develop bacterial infections because of they belong to that state of the society. So lots of adverse events, serious adverse events are being reported. So all that is digitized. There's a standard format. So AI transforms all those adverse events digitally and then we don't have to write every time 8 to 10 pages. Automatically a report comes out, and then it is being ready for submission to regulatory agencies both in that country and as well as in India, because we need to inform the regulators that if this drug is being given in India and other countries also, what are the SAEs being reported. Well, in India, we did not have any such SAEs, but from that particular country, lots of SAEs coming. But then those are being transformed automatically by the use of AI. So augmenting the future of clinical development. So clinical development landscape is changing quickly, and sponsors need to have the best insights to make the right decisions to increase predictability, reduce time to market, and improve efficiencies of their products. By using these methods in clinical development, we can introduce change to prove and improve. So this can happen through AI-derived insights. Like I said, they can be applied to many aspects of clinical development. These technologies are not going to replace human expertise, because humans will remain, but technologies will keep on advancing. Today only, I think there was an article in the newspaper. I read it, and they said that a company has recalled all those employees who were asked to leave because they had taken AI platform into use. But now the company has called all those employees back, because you cannot replace human expertise even when it comes to AI. So as the volume and so they keep on they're going to accelerate. So this AI is going to accelerate our ability to analyze the data and take meaningful action in response to create a safer, more streamlined research environment. So as the volume and complexity of clinical data continues to increase, AI applications bring forth potential values to the clinical trial process and the drug discovery industry. These are the different technologies, talents and technologies which are given. So deep pharmaceutical knowledge and domain expertise, state of the science and in AI and ML technologies, data analytics and machine learning experts, access to vast healthcare data sets, the ability to integrate these disparate data sets. So these technologies hold huge promise for clinical development, but that promise can only be achieved by organizations that have tools, talent, and partners to leverage these technologies in relevant ways. So it's not that any organization can take it up. You have to have that expertise. You have to have those tools, talents, and partners who can make use of better use of these technologies, and then you can use this AI in your day-to-day, in clinical research. To conclude, the goal is to advance our understanding of human health through better, more insightful decisions, integrating human science with technology, which provides more relevancy and precision to decision makers. It can transform how we diagnose patients and treat their conditions with minimal errors, how we can find patients faster, maybe even before they become patients. The proven promise and huge potential of using AI and ML to accelerate drug discovery while cutting costs and risk is a tremendous catalyst for innovation. And by continuing to leverage data, intelligence, analytics, and domain expertise, we have the ability to transform the clinical development landscape in ways that will benefit both patients, sponsors, and the physicians. So this was something a brief which I wanted to give you on AI, which we have been using in our clinical research domain. So if you have any questions on this, please feel free to ask me.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful and very insightful session, sir. So, guys, if you have any questions, you can just put in the chat box. Anyone? If you have any questions, please put in the chat box your questions. We will take up your questions.
Other than AI and ML, if you have any questions on clinical trials also.
If you have any questions on clinical trials, if you have any questions related to
on vaccines or
clinical research, vaccine, anything, you can just ask. And sir's company has recently even introduced the vaccine for the young girls on HPV. Sir, if you could just tell us a bit about that, it will be very helpful for our young girls.
HPV vaccine is for cervical cancer for girls, and it is given to boys also. But it is given to boys, men, girls, and women also. Basically, this vaccine of ours can be given to subjects who are aged 9 to 26 years. Those who are between 9 to 14 years of age, we give 2 doses of the vaccine at 0 and 6 months. So baseline, and the second dose given 6 months later. And those who are above 14 years of age, like you all are. So you will need 3 doses of the vaccine at 0, 2, and 6 months. So 1 dose now, second after 2 months, and third after 6 months. So this is how the vaccine is given, and it prevents you against cervical cancer, which is fatal. So once a woman acquires a cervical cancer, it is fatal. There's no treatment for that later on. So it's better that you prevent yourself from cervical cancer, and you give the vaccine at an early age, so that you do not acquire that infection. And in India, if I tell you the mortality rate, every 8 minutes there's a death which is happening. Every 8 minutes there's a death which is happening in India, and this is totally preventable. So there was no awareness earlier, but now because there were two vaccines by multinationals which were there in India, but then they both were expensive. But now, since the time we have come to the market, we are generating more awareness about the vaccine. And if any questions you have regarding the vaccine, you can easily take it. It is very safe, and one should. I strongly recommend all those people who are in this age group should take this vaccine and protect yourself. For
Yes.
men, it prevents against anogenital warts, penile cancers, head and neck cancers. And for female, the main thing is cervical cancer, but then again, warts and everything.
Yes, sir. So I'll take up 1 or 2 questions.
Please.
Some questions are on like how to use AI in clinical trials. What is the use of AI in clinical trials? And that is our, sir has told very crisp and stepwise. We have Dr. Amit Agarwal to tell in the next session, guys. But let me take some very important questions. Okay. Okay, I think Sir has taken this, but it's a very interesting question. Is it important to learn AI and ML to excel in clinical research for the students?
So, the world is changing now. So earlier, when I joined the industry 25 years back, nobody knew about, even I did not know what is AI ML. But now, since last 4 years, this word has come, so much into, there's a brainstorming going on from everywhere. AI ML is happening in everywhere. And now in clinical research also, to identify patients, to recruit, to find out the sites also, site identification, everywhere we are going to need help of AI. And ML. So I think it would be better that you start understanding this right now at this early stage, and with time it will further evolve. So you'll have to keep yourselves upgraded and have full knowledge about how this is being used in clinical research. It will definitely help you.
Yes, sir. Okay, so I think good evening, sir. Sahil Chaudhary is asking all, okay, for pharma student, how they will be part of AI, even though pharmacy students are lacking in AI knowledge. Okay, can you guide on us any skills subject for all the students? Sir, would you like to take this question?
See, frankly, I tell you, even we did not have any knowledge until 6 months back about AI. Although I am into this clinical research field since last 25 years, until 6 months back, I attended a seminar in Mumbai by a company, IT company, who gave a seminar, and they had called only the medical people who are into the clinical research. And then they told us that how AI is going to transform this clinical research arena. So from there, we started learning. And then when we spoke to our CROs, clinical research organizations who do clinical trials for us, they told us that we are already using it in our platform. So they already have that database from where they select sites. I just have to tell them that this is a disease indication, and they will come out with the sites. They'll come out with a patient pool. They'll come out with investigators who already have that experience. So all this is AI which is being used. So even if you're a pharma person and you have not yet studied about AI, you will definitely come to, you start reading about it, and you will definitely come to know that how it is being used in your day-to-day life. You are already using a mobile phone, where in Blinkit and Amazon you're ordering things. Even like I said, movies also, Netflix, you see what movie and next movie which you want to see, similar on those lines only. Will give you an example. So like that.
Yes, and it was really a wonderful example, sir. What you have given about the AML case, it is very useful, and such cases, such rare cases and rare diseases are emerging, and the treatments are very costlier. So in such cases, treatments are, I mean, these clinical trials are very helpful, and AI helps in finding such clinical trials, such sites, and the eligibility of the patient to such clinical trials. So this is really wonderful, and it's really very useful, sir.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so can a drug being tested in a clinical trial cause death due to overdose? I don't feel that they give overdose of the clinical trial drug, investigation drug, but
So I'll
okay.
tell you.
Yes, sir, please.
So usually when the drugs are tested, we do tests in animals also. If in humans 3 doses of the drug is to be given, in animals we test 4 doses. So we already established the safety of the drug in a person unless you overdose, really overdose. That is your intent to get into that mode. Yeah. So
Yes,
basically, and if you do not want to that little bit of overdose, or maybe instead of 0.5 ml, you give 1 ml of that injection, it will not cause any death of a person. So don't worry about that overdose. Many times we get such questions, or maybe some mails also from many of the doctors, that by mistake this drug had to be given in a different route of administration. They gave it in a different route of administration, and it was and also overdose also. But then we tell them to monitor the patient, and nothing will happen.
yes, sir. There are some short questions. It is a wonderful insight on AI and ML in clinical trials. I just wanted to know how AI is helpful in patient recruitment. Aparna is asking this question, sir.
So Aparna, what happens is that if I go to a random site and tell them, suppose I go to one hospital and tell them that okay, fine, and any particular department, if my study is for a vaccine in pediatrics, I go to a medicine physician and ask him to do this trial, he will not be able to do it, and he will, of course, they love to take the trial, but then that trial will continue for n number of months or maybe years also. But AI will tell me, yes, this is the indication. It has to be given to this doctor who is practicing this, who is practicing in this field, and he will be able to give you more patients. So this is also, I know if this is a vaccine, I have to go to a pediatrician, and he's got these number of patients. And pediatricians also, like you have neonatologists, you have intensivists, you have actual pediatricians. So I know for this vaccine, I have to go to a pediatrician and not a neonatologist, or I have to go to this doctor. So this is how they help us in identifying the sites, the doctors, and the indication which is to be given by that particular site.
Okay, another question. I think sir has taken already. Can AI replaces human resources in research domain in near future? Okay, I think he has taken already. One question is, sir, to what extent are electronic health records currently being utilized for patient recruitment in clinical trials in India? Any insight on
Very
this?
good question. So we always have electronic health records maintained in the hospitals of all the subjects, of all the patients who visit those hospitals. And when we launch a clinical trial, or we give a clinical trial to any particular site, they dig into that data. So all these hospitals, if I need a sample size of say 500 subjects, they already know that this hospital has these many subjects of this particular indication. They will call up all those subjects through those electronic health records, and they will say that we are starting with this trial, come and get enrolled. So this is how these electronic health records, they help us in clinical trials. And this we have seen in many of our vaccine trials also. It helps us in faster recruitment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So, guys, we will take some questions. We'll keep some questions to the next session, because I believe, those questions can be answered in the next session. And if not, then we will take the answers from Dr. Amit as well. And Utkarsh, I have shared one course here in the chat box as well. You can join our 7-in-1 course, which is, very much, helpful and curated for the pharmacy students to learn the entire clinical research. So guys, we'll not take up the, questions now. And with this, we can take the questions further in the after the next session. So first of all, I would like to thank Sharma sir for joining us and for this wonderful session. And
thank you so much,
taking
Ajit.
your
It is
questions.
always a
Thank you, sir.
pleasure and lovely, coming to your such sessions. And I feel, I mean, you are, I would say, blessed, and as well as luck. I mean, you're doing a great job basically by
Thank you, sir.
educating people, and that too. They are always learning. So I keep on going through your LinkedIn, what you put, and it's always about learning. About more power to you. And if you
Thank
need
you,
any
sir.
support, any help in future too, do keep
Definitely, sir.
you can call me up anytime.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. It was
Thank you,
nice
sir.
meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. So with that, we will go to the next session, which is on AI revolutionizing the clinical trials from the smart recruitment to predictive insights. And we have Dr. Amit Agrawal with us to take this session, who is right now working as a senior scientist at one sec. Let me just open his bio. Yes. So, sir, the